Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to TCG University. It's me, Noah, here with
James
and
Oliver.
Oh fuck! I stole his hand. Damn it!
Oh, dude, he's
No!
gonna
No,
he's gonna
he's
feel
gonna
it next
take
time.
my taglines.
Yeah.
what's your taglines?
Exactly. I have nothing to fear currently, but fear itself.
We haven't given you anything yet.
We haven't given you anything yet. Thanks, James. By we, you mean you.
Yeah. The royal we.
Oh god.
The me and you. You can have a say in it as well.
We're doing Lightning for a set review today. General housekeeping stuff out of the way as usual, because we're trying to get back on track for all of that cool stuff. Please make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out our Patreon. I don't think I mentioned that in the Earth video.
Patreon.com/TCG University.
Check out our
Link
Patreon.
down below.
Also, shout outs to Midwest Card Dealer for supplying us for Final Fantasy cards. And Chris is just a generally cool dude.
Our events locally.
Yeah, I love Chris. Hey, man.
Chris cool.
So yeah, we're going to start moving on. Patrons, your names are at the end, as always.
We'll fix it to where eventually they'll be in the front and the back.
First card, Irvine. 3 CP, 7K, Sniper. I wish there was really cool shit we can get out of a Sniper class, but not there yet. Category 8 forward. When he enters the field or attacks, choose up to 2 cards in your opponent's break zone, remove them from the game. If 2 characters are removed from the game by this effect, until the end of the turn, Irvine gains 2k power, haste, and first strike. And then Arrow Shot, special. Pay lightning, choose a forward or monster of 5 or less, and break it. Honestly, I think this card's solid.
It's a good legend. Like it's
yeah,
general removal.
It's a very cool
lightning.
haste.
Lightning has
a lot of removal.
this in what's her name? Alba as forms of removal in break zone.
That are both haste and constant removal.
Constant removal.
Plus,
she always buffs herself by doing it, and this guy always gives himself.
Plus, you get to play
buff
X Death.
Yeah, and you get to play X Death. So it's got a lot. Lightning has 3 solid cards to play, in my opinion. Alba's probably the weakest of them, but still 3 solid cards to play. That removes the break zone.
Alba's a 2-drop though.
Yeah,
Lightning,
which is fine.
Lightning seems to be the Lightning seems to be now what it's supposed to be, the counter to Earth, which is Earth's biggest draw is that it gets to recur a lot of things and make its board bigger. But like if Irvine and like Alba and like Exteth are playing into Earth, it now makes Earth's game plan so much more harder. Because even Galoof.
The coolest thing is that this card is virtually just a 9k first strike. And if your opponent doesn't have cards in the break zone, you could still swing for nothing, but there's no reason not to. You just wait. He's an on enter, he does it. So technically, this removes 4 cards instantly.
Instantly, yeah.
On enter, remove 2. Hey, when the characters
on the first turn,
sick.
he's 11k.
Yeah, it's insane. I put Irvine. He's pretty basic and generic, so he flows really well. You don't need his category, and in his category, I think he's probly one of the better cards to shine out of it. I'd put him at like a 4 to
you can play him in
almost a 5.
You can play him in Cypher Package actually, and that feels pretty good.
Cypher Package.
I'm gonna say 3.5 to 4.
3.5 to 4. That's fair.
I think right now the decks that play Lightning
Aren't gonna play this.
aren't needing
Generally.
it. They can play it. They
That's
don't
fair.
absolutely need
But
it.
I think this might be able to open up the space for Mono Lightning to be more playable now.
Yeah.
Which I'm
Because
down.
I think-
that's why I said it's good. I'm not saying it's not, but I think everything that plays right now doesn't need this.
That's fair.
I see Kyle's Lightning Monster deck really loving this card just because it gives now an opponent's manipulation, because he already like plays Rain and her brother. I forget
Rain
his
and
name.
Lon.
Rain and Lon. And they already like give you so much bonuses for like removing your own monsters, and now you remove your opponent's stuff, and you're like, "Ha, loser! You thought they're bigger." That's
He's also got a full art.
Next card, Red Mage. It's the new backups that they're putting in that gain a crystal, and then also if you have 3 or less, draw a card.
Is the name Red Mage?
Yeah.
It's not a class Red Mage.
It is a name Red Mage.
Yep. But no.
Whose turn is it?
I think oh my god, if they could build Red Mages, sets in the future to function how Red Mages play, it'd be really cool.
All right, James, your turn.
Okay. Red Mage is a 3-drop.
I already
standard
read
unit.
it.
Yeah.
We're on Ace now.
We just
get
okay. I'll talk about a bad card.
Actually, I think this card's pretty okay.
I think it's fine.
Wait, Ace isn't. No, it's 9 and. It's 9 and. What's the other one? Is it Ace?
5.
Ace.
That's why I don't like. Yeah, that's why I don't like this card.
I'll explain why I think
Queen.
this card's pretty good.
4-drop Ace, Class 0 Cadet, Type 0, obviously, 8K forward. When Ace enters the field, if you control 2 or more job class...
Or attacks.
Class 0 Cadet, draw a card, and then discard 1 card, choose a forward. Don't let Ace gains 1,000 until the end of the turn. Is it the draw card?
It's the draw card mainly. It's also discard a card, dole a forward is really good. And just pay 2 dole.
Deck.
Yeah. So
you could also just play both, really.
The coolest thing I like about Ace is that is it control 2 or more. So it's not others. So if you play a backup that's Type 0 Cadet or forward, and you play this Ace,
he goes on board, you draw.
Ace functions. Yep. So if you could imagine this with me, you open. Let's say you go second. I think is probably the most feasible. You could probably do this going first. Let me count.
You could.
Maybe. So you play a 2-drop fire forward. We'll say Sync, for instance, because she's a class 0. So you play her, play Ace, draw, and then tap, play your 9, your board set up. And if they want to do anything to deal with your guy, like to try and like push game faster than you, Ace sits there going, I'll just pitch a card and say no. And then from then on, you have a constant 9K ping. No. 2, 4, 6. Neg 6, just off of 9 himself. And Sync now has Brave and 4K because you have 2 dudes out. So, like, it's not terrible. He's not the best. I think the Fire Ace is still a bit better because of his ability to dig through the deck for pieces.
You can play both.
You can play both.
One can set up,
here's
and
the
then
issue.
Later you play this.
The more I keep looking at Type 0, the more I'm like, Light Ace is cool too. Because Light Ace says pay 6, play any Class 0 Cadet.
From your discard pile.
From your hand. 6-drop, starter deck,
I'm talking
Light
about the
Ace.
4-drop.
No, fuck that card's bad.
Yeah, that card's terrible.
6-drop.
That's what I thought you were talking
about.
about. I'm like,
6-drop,
what the fuck
starter
do you
deck,
mean?
Light Ace says, hey, on play, I'll play any Type 0 Cadet from my hand. And then when I die, I'll pick a dude up. Which is really good.
Could you play 9?
Yes. It can play 9 for free.
Funny.
That's the meme.
That's pretty funny.
You play that and you play 9 and you're set up with two pretty okay dudes.
1, 3, 3. Does either of them have specials?
No.
Damn.
None of them have specials, unfortunately.
If you can find
This one is
Ace-
the most versatile because he just discard a
You find
card.
one with a special, and then you play that, and then every time you get Ace, special.
Yeah.
Special. Play 12 Aces.
I think this card's cool. I think honestly, this
you can
almost
call it Ace
might.
up the sleeve.
I like that. This one might take over from the 5-drop fire Ace that most people play because the search is cool, but I think we already have a good amount of ways to search cards out.
Consistency.
But I think what you need is the ability to keep your board cemented more and to constantly recur cards so you can build your board back up. So yeah, that's why I think this card's cool. You said it was bad, but I just want to be like, I sat there and looked at this card and all the other ones and went, I want to play this.
I think the game plan is to push hard with cadets, and I think it's not that this doesn't push hard. The other one pushes harder.
Yeah.
Because of the damage pings.
It keeps things off the board as you're pushing, which means
because the ideal cadets board is 9 Ace and Sync, so you go neg and shoot.
It makes it to where if you have both of those, if you have 9 and Ace, the other Ace, the Fire Ace on board, it forces them to either hold back or play something that has to deal with either of them.
The issue I've always seen is that the Fire Ace just kind of dies anyways.
Yeah.
And you get, like, it's cool to get some stuff out of it. Honestly, I think that one would be a 2 and this would be a 2 and just do a 2-2 split and see what happens. Or 2-2-1.
Playtesting is probably where the most that comes in.
So
But
I'd say this is a solid 3 in general because you can kind of play around cadets anyways under its colors.
I like this Ace, Bean, and Lightning because you can also play Queen. And Queen gives Ace 1,000 power and first strike. And so now you can trade more effectively with Ace.
It's not bad.
Next one. Odin. Oh, this card's actually nuts.
I did the last
it's my go. Yeah, Odin. 3-drop. Summon category 3?
3.
That is the Cat 3 Odin. Okay, cool. Choose a forwarder monster of 4 or less. Break it. If you control 5 or more lightning characters, draw a card.
Oh, this card is really good.
Generically good. Mono lightning.
Yeah, mono lightning card.
Really, really nice. Not even mono. Really anything plus lightning because by that point you're probably at around 5 lightning characters anyways.
Maybe.
2 in backups. Maybe 3 on board and forwards or 2 on board and forwards. 1 as a monster. Something around there. You can kind of do it. I think this card's super cool. And the ability to break. It hits monsters, which is the biggest thing. It hits monsters easily because a lot of monsters are 4 or less. So there's no like hit this 2-drop or hit this one of 5 or more, like some wind elements will do.
Yeah.
But I think this
wind hates anything big. It's like, why do you gotta be bigger than me?
Yeah. But yet still things are bigger than it without it taking those down either.
Yeah, I know.
Your 4-drop, you're fine, dude. Wool. But I think this Odin's super solid. I think this Odin probably at a 3.5 to a 4 for me.
I'm doing 4 just because it replaces itself if you're playing mono lightning.
Yep.
And it does kill Wool.
Or major lightning.
Yeah.
Next card, Oliver.
Emperor Gestalt.
Oh my god.
2-drop. Backup Emperor Cat 6 character. Cat 6 lightning character? We finally got one? What?
You have another one, yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
For whatever the other Dream Stooge is. I forget his name.
Yeah, the...
Mobius.
Yeah,
Like
whatever.
That shit.
When Emperor Gestalt enters the field, you may discard a card. When you do so, choose one forward in your break zone. Add it to your hand. Not bad. For 2 costs, mid-game, it's not bad. Pay 1 tap, get Emperor Gestalt into the break zone. Choose 4 cards in your opponent's break zone. Remove them from the game. If these cards are the same card type, also draw a card.
What are they doing with lightning right now, dude? They're really hating on Earth. I'm loving it.
I think they're just hating on how much
lightning's haters.
on
Lightning
how much
is haters.
How much recursion there is in the game
There's
right now.
so much recursion in the
Yep.
game. Hey, with this and Alba and Irvine, I haven't seen Connor's deck play out fully, but I'm assuming because it's Earth, there's a lot of good recursion in that. Mm-hmm. Does this just like slow him down more? No? Damn.
It's if he doesn't draw the best, like if he draws bad, and you guys are playing a real back and forth grindy game, this will, yes. Mm-hmm. But if you have no way of like controlling some part of the mid to early game, no, it doesn't.
I think Mono Lightning has a good chance of controlling the mid game.
It doesn't fucking matter because like his main recursion piece that he recurs is he plays a zombie that picks up his Leo from the discard pile. Mm-hmm. All of his backups, like he plays a Claris that searches an Epitaph, that searches a Kolka, that you play a Kolka that searches another Earth thing, and he just plays his backups like that. Then he plays the free Earth backup, and then plays something else that does whatever, and then it's all like...
Oh, so he just has a fast backup lineup.
Yeah,
and that's
Puma
really
that says pick up, so if he wants to pitch for Puma, you can do it that way. But like, he has cards that recur things, but they don't really matter sometimes. He can go around it and not really care. Mm-hmm. It just takes longer.
I heard that.
Yeah, I know.
It just takes longer. It's like whatever.
Gestalt Emperor Gestalt.
It's still really
cool.
good. I think there's like a 4 almost.
Mm-hmm. I'd give it 3 or 4.
I put it about a 3. Gunbreaker.
That's you, James.
Yeah, sick. 4-drop standard unit cap 14. Cap 14.
14.
When Gunbreaker attacks, deal 2k damage to all the forwards your opponent controls. When Gunbreaker attacks, you may pay 1. When you do so, deal 2,000 damage to all the forwards your opponent controls.
I had one thought when I saw this card, and it's the only reason I think this card would ever be good, in my opinion. Is playing the Legend Cipher, old 3-drop Legend Cipher that says on swing, neg their board by 2, and if something if he blocks, neg a board by 2, because then this is essentially 4K that you're dealing with, which is super solid. Plus that is 6K, which is really nice. You can kind of get around a lot of stuff. Plus the Cyclops just kills the board. But that's so much extra stuff.
Do you remember the fire one earlier where we could stack the crystals to do cool things on attack? And this one you can't?
Yeah.
You can.
You can.
If you play
when you swing.
If
you choose how many times you're going to resolve it.
If you play with Hein, you get 2 instances. Because he's a Cat 14, so he restands him and he can swing again.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I was saying.
You can't trigger off the same ability twice.
Yeah. But if you get to swing again,
why not? I'll play Cecil resolve. Cecil.
An 8K board neg off of him plus Hein, which honestly isn't terrible. Yeah, sick. That's actually really solid.
It's just the fire one says you can do it multiple times, and this one's just like I'll do it once.
Yeah.
I guess it's twice because he has
a
regular trigger.
Next card.
Mechanist.
I like the cool little dude in the background. Class I've never played. Machinist. Yeah, there's no either.
I just like Machinist.
Machinist, like mac and cheese with machines. God, kill me, that joke wasn't funny. 2-drop 5K. Cat 14. Standard unit when it enters the field, choose the damage forward, deal it 5K damage. That's not terrible. And then tap, choose forward, deal it 2K damage. It's cool.
Honestly, I think this card's better than we'll think it is, but I don't think anybody will want to play.
Why won't I just play Irwin? that says just choose a damage forward and break it.
Oh, because this sets up for Irwin.
And this is recurable.
As a standard unit.
Repeatable.
Yeah, it's repeatable.
Yeah, cool. But like Irwin's also a 2K, so at the end of the day, you just block with him. At the end of the day, you're just like, I don't care.
What I mean is, like this says when it enters, you choose something and deal a 5K. So
no, it has to already be damaged.
Yeah, you choose something you've hit already, and you hit it, and you kill it on enter.
Because some things can't be broken if it doesn't deal damage. So this is another way to get around it.
You set it up to be damaged.
I don't know. I'd just rather pay one for Irwin.
Because it has the 2K ping, it's super cool.
Lets you stack them.
One of these days, we'll see a cool mono lightning deck that plays Schultz and just a bunch of lightning characters. So every time something enters on their field, they ping something for 1, and then they keep looping Irwin some way. It'd be really funny. But until then, for
Noah and Une just.
Next card. Oh, sorry. I like this card a lot, but
Gilgamesh.
I think it's like a solid. I think it's like a 2.5
but I think almost a 3 right now.
I think it can climb in the right deck.
All right, Gilgamesh. This card's insane.
Yep, it's a 4-drop Gilgamesh. Huh, that's not anything new. Forward, Praetorian, DFF 5. When Gilgamesh is put from the field into the break zone, gain a crystal. Oh man, all the on-death triggers for Gilgamesh. That's nothing new. Pay a crystal until the end of the turn. Gilgamesh gains haste, brave, and Gilgamesh can attack twice in the same turn.
Also
Nuts. Not new. Damage 3. Gilgamesh gets 1,000 power. It's not the worst.
I think this is one of the better Gilgameshes.
Yeah,
honestly, because it's just pay for it, and then do I have a crystal left over? Sick, I'll hit you twice or attempt to hit you twice.
This with
about it? No?
This with Ramza, because
really
Ramza then becomes a 9K, Ramza becomes a 9K that also says when he dies you break something.
Mm-hmm.
So like, and Ramza's a 2, so like you play Gilgamesh, you attack, and then you're like, all right, now on the stack I'll use Ramza, pay a crystal.
You can have the next one.
Oh, okay.
Cool things.
Yeah.
Overall, I like this Gilgamesh. I think Travis, shout outs Travis, was the one that spoiled this card, and I was really excited to see that it was a Gilgamesh card. Mono Gilgamesh decks. One of these days, man. Queen. I don't like this one, honestly. I'll take the other one.
No, I want the other one. That's
you can take that card. I want the other cadet. Queen. I hate Queen. I'll just take the other cadet when it shows up. Queen, 3-drop, 7K, haste. If Queen is attacking, Queen gains. If Queen's dealt damage, the damage becomes 0 instead, and Queen cannot be chosen by your opponent. Summons their abilities, and then pay 2. Queen gains 2K power until the end of turn, and then you can only use the ability to control 2 or more Job 0 cadets.
I think most of the cadets so far from this set are slowing cadets down.
I don't care about protecting my Queen. The other Queens are just better. The one that gives itself first strike because you control a cadet is already better in my opinion. And the one that is an EX burst that costs 2 that says if you control 2 forwards, dole a dude. If you control 5 cadet forwards, break a dude is just infinitely better in my opinion. I think this Queen's a waste of my time.
I just think they're building a new style of cadets with them.
I mean, I guess she has haste, which is probably her biggest bonus personally, without having the special.
Haste, right?
Yeah, the other 3-drop with first strike, you have to special to do it. So I guess that's like her biggest draw is that she has haste. But like other than that,
because if you look at their abilities, like she says protect her so she lives longer. The other one says protect so it lives longer. But they don't aggressively do things.
They still die on your opponent's turn.
Yeah, they're trying. It seems like they're like. I'm looking.
Though it is repeatable to just be like pay 2 lightning, keep her alive. Pay 2 lightning, keep her alive.
Like I'm looking at a couple of the other ones that are at the bottom of the page for lightning.
Oh, there's a specific one I think is nuts. We'll get to it.
It's whatever. I just think like it feels like they're slowing. This version of Cadet is slowing.
Which is
down.
fine. If it wants to play more mid-rangey, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Chase.
Cloud.
Yeah, he's also a warrior, like it matters.
Yeah, it doesn't. Warrior Waff character. Cloud is a 2-drop 5K forward. If you control a card named Lan or a card named Rain, the cost required to play Cloud can be played with CP of any element. It's a 2-drop. So pitch a card, play it. When Cloud enters the field, you choose a forward equal to or less than the number of category Waff characters you have and break it. Sick.
Yeah.
I have 4 Waff backups, and I played my Rain for free after playing in like another dude. And I go, cool, I'll play Cloud, break this dude, swing.
He's the most generic fitting Waff card ever made card.
And it's funny because it's a Cloud.
Yeah. And it's funny because he's also in Waff's, in my opinion, Waff's weakest element of the elements. I
Only
think you
because
still
Wind
get
has
more.
cool cards.
Yeah, I
but,
still
like, they
think you
don't have
get a
Wind.
bit more value out of Wind because you're never gonna want to play the lightning rain and lightning land.
Yeah.
In a waft deck.
In a waft deck.
You want to play it in a monster deck because they get nuts
They get
in a
value.
monster.
Otherwise, it doesn't matter. So yeah, I think this card's super cool. In WoF, easy 5.
Easy 5.
Easy 5,
Outside of WoF, it's
It's
you
a
don't
1.
play it. Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a
yeah.
zero.
It's the
It's a
most
0.
to hero card ever. Next one, Black Knight.
Yep.
I'll let,
Actually, I think.
Sorry, let me back up.
Sorry, I think outside of WoF, a 2.
because it's a cloud.
Lightning monsters with rain and lane.
Oh yeah, you can play this.
If you have 2 and you play this, it kills something 2 or less.
3 or less.
3 or less because you count some stuff. Yep.
Okay,
It's like that's
fair
not
enough. Fair
bad.
enough.
It's not.
Black
I was just
Knight.
saying it's not terrible.
I think that's
It's-
you. It
it's
technically would revert to me on this, but I just go.
We skipped
Skipped
mine to go to
you
him.
to go to-
So we did me. So now it is your turn.
Yep, and then I'll go-
mine again.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
it'll be yours.
Yeah.
We got a 2-drop Black Knight multi-playable monster Black Knight category 2, right? It looks like category
What are
2.
you doing? Stop it.
When Black
Oh.
Knight enters
Why is
the
it a
field,
full art? This card doesn't need a full art.
when Black Knight enters the field or choose a forward or monster of cost 2 or less and opponent controls, breaks it.
I will
Break
say
it.
this looks really.
I think
cool.
it prefers Knight of Color, just so we're aware. We got a PC here.
Pay 2 lightning, 3 colorless, put Black Knight into the break zone, choose one forward or monster, break it. Yeah, that enter was so good, but like now the action just doesn't feel worth it. It's just like it's okay.
No, wait. How much is the action
Pay
worth?
5.
5.
Pay 5. Break it, dude.
Yeah, it's 5.
I think the action's fine mid to late game, not good early game, because it targets any forward or monster. That's the only reason I think the action's worth it. Because at that point you're paying for an Odin, but you get to choose when you want to use it instead of it just being stuck in your hand, and it's already hard as fuck.
And here's
to
the
deal
thing:
with 'cause
lightning
it's a
likes to
monster.
recur monsters. So like,
And if somebody plays something to try to kill this, you're like, okay, pay 5 break. Like fuck it, who cares?
or if you just don't care, whatever.
Yeah.
You wasted on this. I'll play something.
I think
else.
he's cool. I think he's a 2. I think
I
he's
love
I
maybe
just
this
don't
full
feel.
art.
I just don't feel like you'll ever use the action ability. I feel like you'll break it from your own abilities. Like you'll break it with like Chimera or something like that. So like
Yeah, I
the
mean-
action ability just
I mean,
doesn't
you
feel
could.
like it. It doesn't
not
feel like it's
terrible.
worth it.
I like this. I like the full art so much. Like,
Oh, it looks cool.
Full art looks sick as shit.
the moon.
The
Next
moon-
card.
the moon really pops.
Oh,
Man of
do
Black.
You want to do Man in Black?
I know you're fine. It's
Man-
definitely not a card in a deck that I want to play.
Man in Black, 4-drop, cap 4.
Mm-hmm.
Question mark. Forward, 8K. You cannot play Man in Black or card named Golbez while already in control of either character. At the beginning of your attack phase, during each player's turn, choose up to 2 forwards your opponent controls. If your opponent doesn't pay 3, they gain this forward cannot attack or block until the end of turn. Damage 5, Man in Black gains 2k power. What are you trying to play this in?
Tax.
You're just building a tax.
It's a tax deck.
Okay.
It's a card for a tax deck.
Can I say, I might actually play this Golbez in Rain Pair
Why?
because it says my Kane that has haste that's an AK just doesn't get blocked by 9Ks for some reason. It forces my opponent to now play a different game because
Also-
the problem.
The art's sick as fuck.
Yeah, it's so cool. He has his broadsword on his back. Like
Yeah.
you don't really
the flowing cloth.
you never see him with like his broadsword like out like that in the games or anything like that.
It's so cool.
Like even in the other Man in Black art, he doesn't have his broadsword showing. So like him showing his broadsword in this art is so sick.
I don't know Final Fantasy games, so to me the art doesn't matter.
You should
This
play
doesn't
them.
look pretty.
Do you want to like borrow my PlayStation one day and just
No.
play through the first?
Here's the thing:
the
I won't
originals?
play them unless we're recording them.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
James plays Final Fantasy, and we'll
Yeah.
go all through them. You can play every game.
And you can tell me how bad I am at Final Fantasy games. I'm fine with it.
Nobody's ever bad at Final Fantasy.
You
It's
haven't watched me play the Final Fantasy
oh
game.
Jesus Christ.
It's just an RPG
Man in Black
game.
is super cool to me. I personal bias would say 5 just because I like the idea of tax, but it's not that good actually. I think
I
this
give
card
it
is
a-
a
I give it a
solid
4.
3 to a 4.
I think this thing's a 2. I don't think tax is good enough.
No, tax is not good enough currently.
think
'Cause
tax-
one of the biggest issues, I don't remember who said it. So if they ever watch this, shout outs. But one of the things so they'll figure it out. One of the things I remember hearing about tax is that one of the biggest issues with tax is it's like you're costing yourself more to try to stop them a little bit instead of
You're
just
playing
telling them no outright.
outside of a game plan to sort of move them from outside their game
Yeah.
plan.
Next one. Zonde. Oh, this one's me now. When Zonde enters the 5-drop 9K, category 3, Dark Lord. When Zonde enters the field, choose one forward the opponent controls. If you control 4 or more lightning characters, break it. Actually, fucking sick.
Mono lightning, so good.
When Zonde enters the field, choose a forward in your break zone. If you control 8 or more lightning characters, play it onto the field.
Oh,
that was the meme with this card when it was spoiled. Was that if I'm playing 8 lightning characters and I play Zonde, 7 technically, Zonde being the 8th, I can play any fucking forward in the goddamn game that I want to. Any character, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Any character that's not limited.
No, forward. Sorry, any forward.
Yep.
That's not. Yeah.
That's not limited.
That I want to play comes onto the field
Without restrictions.
Fail Thanos.
Yep.
Wool.
Yep.
Cecil to play other shit.
Yep.
I could play Braska. I could play Sin. I could play Sin. That's a meme. Won't ever work, but it'd be cool.
You play Chaos.
You play Chaos. Actually, that's hilarious. I mean, Chaos already makes himself cheaper, but like, that's kind of funny.
Like if you don't, if you're not playing, if you're playing, like a lot of things right now actually.
Buena Velza, not like it matters, but
are sitting at maybe like 2-3 elements.
Yizmat,
max.
that'd be funny. Yizmat would be funny because Yizmat gets you an extra turn, quote unquote, because he'll just restand all your shit on play.
Depending on how you play. Like if you play this as like your 8th card, tap everything out.
This is your final thing, and then you go, cool, Yizmat, and Yizmat's like, okay, restand all your shit. How many cards in hand? Like 2 or 3? You still got stuff to do? Cool. No, I think this Zonde's insane. I think this card's super cool.
I think Lightning will be.
Mono Lightning seems like it's getting to a good spot now because now Mono Lightning has a way to ramp up in the types of cards it hits.
And this works mid game and late game too.
Yeah.
So like mid game you get to break things and have board advantage.
We
and
play
late
Sakura,
game,
and Sakura breaks 4 or less. Zonde will break 5 or any character.
Any character.
Which means
as
backups.
long as you have 4 more dudes.
Oh no, so any forward.
Any
my bad. You play Kuja, who breaks a 3 or less, deals you a point of damage. So that's fine. Mono Lightning's okay eating damage. You play also the backup Kuja, who can just break a 2 or less, and then tap break to Dole, which is cool. Like I think Mono Lightning has a way to, as it builds things, to kind of ramp itself up a bit. Heidegger breaks on entry by ditching 2, so paying 4. Like it's not terrible. I think Mono Lightning has a lot more legs, especially because this card exists.
I think the only time you'll actually probably see this card is Mono Lightning.
Yeah, no, there's no other time you would.
But I also don't think Mono Lightning is going to play something special to play off the Zonde.
Sit in mid is also really nice. Well,
I don't know.
You remember the funny haha where Mono Water was just playing Mono Water cards until people started playing Leo, and then they started putting Ravanas in their deck and Thancreds in their deck.
Thancred, they started adding Lightning to their decks.
Same as Ravana, but they were still only playing a water base 90% of the time.
It was like almost like an 8.
Thancred was just there to play more stuff and be like, oh, play Leo, cool. Play Thancred, play dude.
Yeah.
Like that was the whole point.
He gave you board state.
I put this card at 4.
Yeah,
I think
it's a
Mono
4.
Lightning,
Mono
easy
Lightning's
5, but yeah. Next card, Toto, Oliver.
Yeah, let me get there. Sorry.
Wow.
I was looking at cool cards that you could play with a new thing.
Don't make her face.
Shantoto. 3-drop Shantoto, Theater Rhythm, category 11, backup mage. When Shantoto enters the field, choose one forward, deal at 3,000 for each different element among characters you control.
Too much.
It's neat.
She's good for a multicolor deck.
She's good for multicolor, but like I look at multicolor decks and like lightning is usually the last color that's looked at for multicolors.
Multicolor is literally the 4 basic elements, and then you look at other things.
Here's the thing: most of the time, multicolor decks are literally just Earth decks.
Yeah. Next, Trey. Oh, I'm stealing this. Sorry.
Okay, I'll do 9.
3-drop, Type 0 DFF, Class 0 Cadet backup, EX burst.
DFF.
When Trey enters the field, choose the job 0 Cadet in your break zone, add it to your hand, and then Dynamite Arrow, pitch copy, pay 2, 1 being lightning, tap him and choose a forward and deal 9k damage. Dynamite Arrow is cool, but the main part is that he's another form of recursion that is sorely needed for cadets, because now you have Rem, who picks up any Type 0 card out of your break zone, the backup Rem, and now you have Trey, who picks up any cadet out of your break zone, which is really good. And I think it's very important to have these. So I put this card at an easy 4.5 in cadets.
And these cards are 3 base, 4 in a good cadet build. 4 to 5 in a good cadet build.
And if you just in general, you don't really play this outside of playing cadets anyways. But this plus the new ace isn't terrible either, because that's two Lightning Cadets already.
This is more of a slower card as well. Like, it's just...
You could, theoretically, play this, pitch the ace, pick the ace back up, pitch, play the ace. Now you have your 2 cadets. Ace is active, which is cool. Next one, James.
9. 3-drop, class 0 cadet, DFF type 0 forward. If 9 is dealt damage, reduce the damage by 2k instead. Pay 0, choose a forward, dull it. You can only use the ability if you control 2 or more class 0 cadets and only once per turn. Like I said, it's a slower game plan.
It is a slower game plan, but I'd still rather play the other 9 and just play a Lightning Fire build.
I think there's even another 9 you could play that's not this.
At this point, you could probably just play Lightning Fire Cadets and get away with a lot more instead of Lightning Fire Wind, which like the Wind is just nice because there's so many more options.
Good pieces.
Yeah, like 8.
Yes.
Next one. Hey,
Here's the thing.
shout outs to Chris.
Here's the thing. 8 doesn't need to have other green.
Yeah, he doesn't.
So the only thing you're playing for is Rim.
Yeah. This is Chris's card. I don't know how to say the name. Nilika?
Nilika.
I don't know how it's pronounced.
Nilika?
Oliver is this? No, it's
you.
Fuck, damn it. All right.
No, actually, it is Oliver because you skipped me to play yours.
You're up.
It is yours.
I don't want to pronounce
Nilika. Forward. Catafwitch? Okay, whatever. FFBE. If you control 2 or more category FFBE characters, Nilika gains haste.
What'd you call Noah?
When Nilika attacks, choose one forward opponent controls, dull it, and deal it 3,000 damage. It's neat. It trades.
Her haste thing is her coolest ability.
Yeah.
Yep.
She trades an AK.
Dude, it's another haste for we talked. I think we talked about this already when we weren't talking spoilers with you, because you didn't want spoilers.
Yeah.
This is another haster under FFBE for soirees to play that matches Merald. So you can pitch a Merald, play this, play Metal, play Merald, double swing.
Yep. And dull a dude off the swing. It just sneaks through. Merald, break a dude, swing with this, dull dude. Board.
2/2. Take 2 damage, please.
Yeah, she's solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's real neat.
Easy 3.
Easy 3.
Next card. It's loading.
It's me again. Oh wait.
Palom.
Palom. 4-drop EX burst, Black Mage, Cat 4 forward. The EX burst is when Palom enters the field, choose a forward of 3 costs or less, deal it 9k. Honestly,
4.
It's 4. It's not bad. It hits a lot
He's an EX burst.
hits a lot of things that are 3 drops.
A lot of 3 drops. He's a Black Mage, so he's even at worst, he's playable in a Black Mage deck by just being pitch fodder.
Actually, honestly, I'm gonna go with 3 just because it is a Black Mage thing. I think it's unplayable in Cat 4 outside of playing Rosa. Outside of Rosa, I think this card's unplayable.
Yeah, you don't play.
Well, you don't want to play this Palom over any of the others.
I don't think you play Palom.
That's why I'm like,
you could though, because theoretically you could play this in Edge and get 2 breaks, but like meh.
And then at that point, you still have to play something to color fix for Lightning outside those 2 cards. That's the hardest part.
Fusoya.
Yeah, but like Fusoya's not cool.
The Fusoya backup. Zemus backup is also Lightning.
I guess.
And
but
Cecil
it still
plays things for free.
Bad.
You also just Cecil it out.
You could also play Rosa and then play it. It's just, I'm saying, it just feels bad.
Yep.
Fair enough.
And then name clashes.
But
the ability by itself is pretty good.
Yeah.
Firion.
I think it's Firian's interesting. This should
dude,
be
another rebel.
Firion, 1-drop 3k. Category 2, Warrior Rebel. If your opponent controls 4 or more dual characters, Firion gains 5k Power Brave and can attack twice in the same turn. And then when Firion or you fire forward enters your field, choose a character the opponent controls into honestly. If he had haste, I think this card would be way better. Because even in Cat 13, I think this card just ramps so hard. A 1-drop that says, oh yeah, I played a dude, I'll dull one of your dudes, and I get easier access to swing into you.
He's also a 1-drop.
And then if you have 4 more dull dudes, whenever, he becomes an 8k that can hit for 2.
Do you know what I think this is really good in? That lightning, the lightning water Leo we were just talking about. I'll play this. I'll pop off my entire turn, dull your entire board. Cool Firion. We'll give it haste with like Jellyfish because Jellyfish is a 2-drop you can put on the board that'll give something haste. Give it haste. Pop, 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 pop.
You could play this in you remember Lightning Water Party Attack?
Yeah.
You could play this in that. So instead of playing Sid for the haste, you just play mid, play this. And then if they have dull dudes and you're playing Jellyfish for whatever reason, you have access to 2 swings off of this. Because now not only does he attack twice, but mid triggers and he triggers with something else.
Mirror's a short cost that can play that. It can play monsters.
So it's solid. I think it's a really cool card.
I think it's neat.
I like the art. A mono art's always nice.
I like the I like
one
the
of
crayon drawings.
one of the biggest issues I have is that it's just a white background, but that's generally how the amount of art cards are anyways.
Yeah.
So
Crayons
it's just
are-
there's so much space over here that that's
Crayons
not
are
being
cool.
used.
Yeah.
Next one. Dragoon, because we could always use more Dragoons. Oliver.
3-cost Dragoon multi-playable. Forward standard unit Cat 12. Yeah, Cat 12.
Yep.
When Dragoon enters the
Cat
field,
12?
choose one active forward, deal it 4,000 damage. If you control 4 or more backups, deal it 8,000 instead. It's cool.
Part of the Revenant Wings game.
Yeah, I don't feel anything to it. I feel like it's just a 2
I
in my
think this
opinion.
card's really good in Mono Lightning.
Yeah.
It's fine in Dragoons too.
Yeah.
It's
I
just
guess
another
so.
Dragoon body. 1. 2. Dragoons will almost more than likely get 4 backups easily because they're all cheap and super efficient.
Yep.
For
Same
themselves.
way how I feel about Lightning.
Yeah.
Lightning goes to...
And it 8K is an active dude, which is fine. I think it's funny that they said it chooses an active guy. So if you want to bounce around that, you can. But it's whatever.
Choosing's on play, so even if they dole it later, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I think that leaves us off on Lightning.
Yep.
Right?
That's
the last
the last
card. Cool. So Water's going to be next that we're doing because we're just recording all the rest of them here in the same night. So
Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/TCG University. Support us on TCG Player, tcguniversity.tcgplayerpro.com. I haven't plugged that in a while because I keep forgetting. And as always, stay learned.